11, of whom 6 were actively involved in Istanbul. Metallic, Warnock and Potter were not, nor of course was debutant Spanish keeper Pepe Reina, nor Fernando Morientes, who was ineligible for last year's campaign, but with Real Madrid conquered Europe 3 times. TNS have conquered Wales only twice. Nominally there are 6 defenders in their side. Their captain and top scorer are both left out. Just 3 have some limited experience of the English Football League. One of those is their summer signing from Bangor City, Phil Baker. Another, the one Mancunian in a Scouse-dominated side, Jamie Wood. They all represent the small Welsh village of Lansdowne. The one against Olympiacos that made it all happen. The man who ticks with a Liverpool heart. 10 days after the end of Wimbledon, 8 days before the start of the Ashes, on the eve of the Open Golf Championship, Liverpool start. Naylor's free kick, error away by Carragher.
Tony and a side are set up just like
September 1984. A full 4 months after a different pair of wobbly knees did the business in Rome. Here's Reese's cross. Header away by Jackson to Alonso.
Well, glorious opportunity. To be honest, I expected him to hit the target. I mean, he's normally deadly in situations like that, Alonso.
Carragher, Morientes, Hattrick ahead of him. Now Risa faced by Baker, and gliding past him with considerable ease, and feeding it to Hattrick, and Morientes, and Gerrard! As he was in the beginning, is now and ever shall be Liverpool.
Well, I have to say, it's been evident from the kick-off that Liverpool are trying to play with a good purpose, but a good tempo to the game. I think they probably feel that if they quicken their football, TNS will struggle to live with it. But it all started, didn't it, on the left flank, and I felt Risa got inside Baker way too easy. I think the fullback will be disappointed. I think the manager too. He sold himself there quite easily. Now Risa can get his head up. Lovely little flick on, and the setup from Morientes was perfect. Gerrard was never going to miss from there, and I think the fans certainly have forgiven him for the hesitation last week.
Written in the stars or what? Who was going to score the first goal of the new season on the 13th of July? It was going to be Steven Gerrard.
That is great prep. What a pro.
Over the top for Gerrard. Lovely take, Steven Gerrard and Morientes! I'll tell you what, that Doherty's as good as Dudek.
Morientes didn't get it as cleanly as he would have liked. It's away from Gerrard there. Can't get strong enough contact. That's the one. Because if he doesn't get it on that, it's in the back of the net.
Teenager, he was at Derby County in a queue behind first. It's bounced up for Morientes, who's bounced it onto the roof of the net.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the greatest bowling, has to be said.
By Hupia, nicked on by Metallic. Evans let it bounce. Gerrard's hungry. Steven Gerrard is very hungry, and Liverpool are 2-0 up. He's going to let them know what he thinks of them, Steven Gerrard. His show, all is forgiven. You're ours, I'm yours. 2-0 the Reds.
Well, there's individual mistakes, and it's only natural because, you know, it is a huge step up for TNS, but just watch Steve Evans here. He just hesitated a little bit there and doesn't know Gerrard is bearing down on him. But I must admit, once the Liverpool captain got in position with Doherty just off his line, I mean, that's a beautiful little lob to find the corner, and well, what a night it's turning in for him. I think he would have wished for this himself.
And if you are looking for omens, by the way, then I would remind you that last year Steven Gerrard scored the first 2 goals of Liverpool's European campaign in Graz. The first of those, if I remember, was an absolute snort. Gerrard, lovely flick for Risa, his range, Jonathan Risa.
You know, I loved about that from Risa. Once he turned, I mean, TNS afforded him too much space, but once he turned, he didn't even have to look up. He knew where the target was, and he was very, very close. I mean, I'm not sure whether
it went short. Wood gave it him back. Then Roscoe's delivery. Evans going in there. Reina did well to get a hand on it. There's been a clash on the edge of the 6-yard box. Reina is evidently... In the night that Jamie Carragher scores a goal. Gerrard has nicked it back for Risa, who's banged it in for Litalek, and that's another good...
He really does fire them in, but this is the save. It's the first one. I mean, it's a miss-hit shot from Risa, and that's a good reaction. I mean, forget that name, will he?
Alonso, Gerrard, they won't forget him either. Nor Morientes, good save again.
He's feeling pretty good tonight, Doherty. I mean, I thought this was lovely football, sharp, and a little 1-2 here was lovely. The reverse pass from Gerrard. I mean,
Gerrard, Finnan, why not? Why not? Still why not? Another decent save from the left foot of Stevie Finnan.
I'd say, you know, nice direction for the goalkeeper because it's pretty much straight at him, and a nice height too, and I think he does the sensible thing.
But at half-time, Liverpool, the European champions, are 2 up on the Welsh champions. The winter season before many of the kids have broken up for the summer. Welsh champions. Potter dropped his shoulder and lifted it in for Litalek. Couldn't quite get high enough. His only goal for Liverpool did come in Europe in the UEFA Cup against Olympic Ljubljana a couple of seasons ago. Comfortably clear of Ward. Eased in for Gerrard, and eased on for Litalek, and eased on for Risa, whose left-footed strike was neither one thing nor the other. But for such a pure he has. Alonso, Gerrard, 6 inches from a hat-trick.
I think he's proved his point tonight, that total commitment to the Anfield cause again. I mean, this is superb, and look at Doherty, he's rooted, he just hasn't read that. He's getting...
Leave some of them in Switzerland. Risa might help him solve that now, and Warnock, and Litalek! Just needed a touch.
Very good full-back play from Warnock. Saw the opportunity, the gap opened up, decided to make himself the outlet. And I think this is a terrific ball he gets across here. It's just crying out.
Lone piece of football trivia that Burnley were the best supported club in Britain per capita. There's Morientes with a header over. But it now appears that TNS have 3 supporters per person.
Well, I thought Risa did well here. Good improvisation. Hasn't waited to put it on his right foot, outside of the left.
Alonso hit it deep for Gerrard! It's the night for a party piece.
They've worked it well a couple of times though. I mean, it's very...
Cisse, Litalek, Cisse. King got a bit of him. Cisse kept it in for Morientes! Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. Having a go at them and posing them a problem, and he's got it back into Litalek and Morientes. It's a heroic challenge from Jackson on the edge of the 6-yard box. But where has Djibril Cisse been all my life? But it's great fun, hit and run. Doherty got a fist on the corner. Alonso, Zenden, back to space. And Zenden in for Cisse, and back for Gerrard, and in for Morientes. Fernando Morientes has blazed it over.
That is one of the tougher ones he's had, to be honest, because I think he'd like it just to drop a little bit more, and he was so anxious, wasn't he, the manager, to see that find the back of the net. Held back in by Gerrard. Good take. Now it won't sit down quickly enough for him to get over it.
Gerrard, Stevie Gerrard, his 9 and his alone. Hattrick goal in front of the Kop, his Kop, their captain. Why did he even think about going anywhere else? It's just his manner.
What a player. I mean, there were times last season when you sat watching Liverpool play thinking, what would they do without Steven Gerrard in their ranks, because he's been the inspiration. I'm beginning to think what they would have done without him tonight, because, you know, he's done it all. I mean, supplied all the ammunition, and that's a fantastic strike. I mean, the keeper seems well set, but he catches it so pure with his left foot as well, and it's a daisy cutter right into the corner, and Doherty can do nothing about that. It's been another tremendous performance from the captain.
Stevie G, 1, 2, 3. And you know, that third goal might make a whole lot of... It is 1 game down, just 18 to go for Rafa Benitez and Liverpool if they are successfully to defend their European Cup. They will have to be sharper than this as the campaign gathers pace and significance, but if Stevie Gerrard gets sharper than this, then Europe had better watch out, because it was his hat-trick which will write tomorrow morning's football headlines. Steven Gerrard 3, Liverpool 3, Total Network Solutions 0.